Alright, so pretty much I found this cool website that lets me do live countdowns, and I decided to use it in order to farm Char or also Charthraxis. But for saving time, I'm just gonna keep calling him Char throughout this whole video. Hopefully you guys don't mind. And let's get to it, shall we? Alright, so the first thing that you guys want to do is you want to go to the website known as timeanddate.com/timer/. Now you want to be in the timer section of this website. This is because this is the one that I use pretty much, so there's no really other reason why you shouldn't be here. And the page should look something like this. Also, make sure you have a second screen that you could look at this website automatically or like within seconds. This is because it's gonna actually be time consuming and you should be able to do this pretty quickly. So make sure you have a computer, like I said, a second screen around in your room. You could probably use your phone or a laptop. It doesn't really matter. Right now I'm using my computer desktop screen. But anyways guys, once you see this page right here, you're going to want to click on edit and you're going to automatically put it to 20 minutes. Now you're asking yourself why 20 minutes? This is because after you defeat Char, and if you wait like a couple of seconds, the game notifies you, oh, Char will respawn in 20 minutes. And by then, you already want to start the timer countdown. So you kind of get the idea of where I'm going to go with this. Also under timer name, you're going to want to put the instance. Since this is just an example, I'm not really going to be showing you guys the real instance that I was in. I'm just going to go ahead and write 57. Alright, so usually once you defeat Char and you go to another instance, you want to find an instance that's at least less than 20 minutes or separated from like, so let's say the countdown starts at 20 minutes, right? You're gonna want to find an instance that's at least like within 15 minutes of respawning Char. This is because it's once you fight Char and let's say this is at 20 minutes and in the instance that you guys spawn in, Char arrives in 15 minutes, it's actually gonna take you at least like 3 or 2 minutes. It should at least, hopefully it takes you guys 3 minutes to kill Char. So by that time, the instance 57, as you guys can see here, it's actually gonna be like 2 minutes for you. So then we're gonna quickly switch back to instance 57. Now I'm gonna go ahead and work on this page some more just to show you guys more of an example of what I'm talking about, and I'll see you then. Alright, so now that I pretty much edited out this page, this is what it should look like. And just from the get-go guys, I'm just going to tell you that you should see this button right here, a little bit to the right side of the screen. And it says start all together. You don't really want that. You want to click on it and you want to switch it over to manually. So set it on manually. So once you guys do that, see, all the timers should have a play button that you could start whenever you want to. So, alright, so this is obviously the first instance that we left and we got 3. The reason why I chose 3 instances is because it feels just right and it pretty much goes by quickly. And I don't recommend you guys to just get 2 or 1. That's because it's going to be really slow and you're not really going to be farming that much. So I prefer that you guys should go with at least 3 instances. And yeah, if you guys try 4, it's gonna be, too hard to keep up. So I only recommend 3 unless I'm slow, or unless you guys are really fast, you could probably go for 4, but I really don't recommend it. But anyways, I'm just gonna go ahead and start it off. As you guys can see, they're actually separated from a couple of minutes. It's actually more than at least 4 or 5. And let's say I left 187 or instance 187. As you guys can see, I would start the timer and it should be at 20 minutes. And now that we're done with instance 187, again, this is just an example. We're gonna go ahead and switch over to instance 57. Now, since you guys switched to a different server, don't automatically assume that there's going to be a shit ton of people to help you out with Char. After all, the game does recommend that you do heroic events with at least 15 plus people. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut out this webpage. I'm not going to be showing you guys this webpage anymore. I'm just going to be showing you how to chat text so you guys can recruit people. So let's get to it, shall we? I'll see you then. Alright, so pretty much when you guys join an instance, don't assume that there's always going to be a lot of people, just like I said before, and you want to learn how to chat. So we're just going to quickly look at the instance that I'm at. As you guys can see, I'm actually on instance 195, so good. How am I going to get people to join me in order to fight Charthraxis? Now, when you join, let's just automatically assume that there's going to be 5 minutes left to fight Char or until he respawns. What we're going to do is, here, hold up, I already forgot what instance I was in, 195. I'm just going to type in Char. Now, you don't want to type in Charthraxis because that's just going to waste a lot of your time and nobody is going to really fucking do that. So we're just going to write the subject, which is Char, and then the instance, 195. And then we're just gonna write in because he's gonna spawn in X amount of time. And let's say it's actually gonna take him 5 minutes to spawn. That's what you're gonna write in 5 MIN. We're just gonna type MIN. And obviously I'm not really gonna send it, but I'm just gonna show you guys. I'm just showing you guys. So this is pretty much what you're gonna be texting. Now, the further it is or the closest it is to 1 minute, the juicier it's gonna get. That's because people actually want to farm Char as soon as possible. So once it gets to 5 minutes, I recommend that you start, at least try not to spam it, but at least try to make it visible, like the small window that you see in the chat. At least make sure that 1 or 2 of your messages are in the chat box and it's visible to other players. Now, let's say that you didn't make it on time, and Charthraxis has already spawned in. What we'll write instead of minutes is we'll simply write up now. And there, guys, that's about it. And a lot of the players are going to be spawning in this fire camp that I'm in right now. Or you guys can simply just head on over to where Charthraxis spawns. But either way, guys, that's how I farm. And the reason for the website that I showed you guys, no, I am not sponsored by them, because even if I was, I would have endorsed it. I would have said it from the get-go, but I'm not. So yeah, it's just a cool website that I found to keep track of all the instances that you visited and how much time is left for them. You're obviously always gonna go to the one that's closest to 1 minute. And then once the timer hits 0, or once you switch it to the instance, you could simply just pause it on the web page and you could just reset it to 20. And once you transfer to another instance, and after the loading screen, after you do this quickly, it should go by faster. Now, the first time that you do it, the first time that you try to find the other 2 instances, it's actually going to be really slow for you guys, but don't let that discourage you. And like I said before, you want to find an instance that is actually at least like 6 minutes or 5 minutes away from the instance that you left. Hopefully this helps you guys out. And to be honest, like in 1 day, I already farmed Charthraxis like more than 60 times, I can guarantee you. I don't really know how many heroic encounter rewards I already have. But yeah, I'm gonna quickly make a video for it. And yeah, guys, thanks for watching my video. Hopefully it helped you guys out. Hopefully it makes farming. And also, on another note, this doesn't only work for Charthraxis. Obviously, this could also work for any other heroic event, as long as you do it right, as long as you time it right. This is Rise of the Soldier from Gaming Spy. Hopefully you guys enjoy this video, and I'm out.